Hello, Professor Bressler. I apologize. No one is currently at my house right now to record me while I present this article speech. However, here's my article speech. The name of the article which I read was The Paradox of Online Academic Work by Leonard T. Shedley and Joanne E. Atkins. Basically, the purpose of this documentation or article, you want to say, is just to alert the faculty on the paradox surrounding online work, so faculty can better respond to challenges in the future that they face. We define online academic work as the achievement of learning of knowledge or creation of scholarship while connected to a series of computers. And to summarize, basically this article will discuss all the paradoxes of online teaching and scholarship, the positives and the negatives. Going into that, I want to talk about the 4 paradoxes of online academic work. The first one is for faculty. More freedom equals less freedom. Second is for teaching. More work is perceived as less work. Third is for learning. More accessibility leads to less human touch. And last, for administrators. Desire for less spending causes more spending. With these 4 paradoxes that I named, I basically will elaborate and go into the positives and the negatives from reading of this article. Which is the first paradox for faculty: more freedom equals less freedom. Beginning reading this article states that as a whole collective, people are more frustrated on views of technology. Reason being that there's the lack of knowledge or organizational skills to operate the system. One faculty member states, "I guarantee computers will fail us, and anyone else who uses computers understands what will happen." By the views of that and by the sounds of what she said in the article, she has real opposing views to it. Although there are some who believe otherwise. That, for example, in Keeling, mentioned by Keeling, an article in 1997, individual states that computers will enlarge the ability of teaching and research in the long term. Another positive that comes with that is teaching technology's freedom transcends many traditional barriers, whether that's race, for example, during civil rights movement or civil rights time, they weren't adequately learning the right materials, or it can be to present day time. Second paradox I will touch up on is for teaching. More work is perceived as less work. Although you would think that online academic work would reduce a lot of stress, commotion, or hassle for the professors given that course, there is downfalls that come with it. For example, academic dishonesty. There's a lot of professors who just turn in regular multiple choice questions, and it's easy for individuals to swap out answers. Not saying they can't help each other, but academic dishonesty is to literally copy the answers from one another. However, ways to help professors eliminate that and reduce scheming, as you could say, is instead of having multiple choice questions, they basically would now have essay-based tests, and also mastery subjects, where individuals had to complete multiple homework sets to receive that mastery grade, and that, per se, will be their grade. Another positive that comes with it is students also are responding back to web journals, web documents, and emails such pertaining to that, more than, per se, in-class interaction. Just a downfall that comes with this is the general use. Faculty needs to be more assertive and informant of how to use the operations or the application so they can further assist their students when questions may be. The third paradox is accessibility leads to less human touch. With that, basically, you can upload all documentations, quizzes, tests, notes, everything online, reducing paper, time, money, all around more efficiently based. Other advantages that come with online work is the flexibility amongst interaction. Students now can communicate if they're uncomfortable to talk via face-to-face, all online, through emails, IMs, such like that. Last and not least is the fourth paradox. For administrators, desire for less spending causes more spending. At the end of the day, administrators are trying to find the most efficient way possible. If that means barely spending any money, they'll do whatever it takes to get to that. Some facilities and faculties believe that it's 3 times the cost just to conduct an online course versus a traditional face-to-face regular course for having a teacher in person. One question that comes to mind is when higher education becomes the act interdisciplinary, questions come up and change is when tuition goes up, who's the one that's going to get paid out? The institution, the professor, or in total? However, there's also another good thing that comes with this is a lot of institutions offer the same program amongst the whole departments, whether it's engineering, business, communication, fine arts, college, all of them offer the same thing. For example, a few art applications are WebCT, eGroups, Blackboard, which TextTech uses, and Yahoo as well too. By reading an article, I was able to point out a few strengths and a few weaknesses. I first start off with the strengths. It was a very descriptive article. I learned a lot on this topic. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really most knowledgeable concerning online academic work as well. One of the weaknesses is the need of more personal statements included in the article. I want to know first-hand experiences per se from professors, teachers, faculty members. I just need more personal experience. Second strength is I brought in my knowledge on this topic. Last weakness is organizations amongst the faculty, or you could say amongst the article and the authors. I feel like I was, per se, not really scrambling around, but it took me a little time to really get down to the gist of what they were saying, whether that's a weakness or strength. As for future terms concerning online academic growth, personally, in 10 years, I want to say it honestly is up to the institution on how far they can expand their horizons with academic work. We could still be the 20th century, paper and pen, teacher in front of you, per se. However, technology is always constantly improving and getting better. So the long-term beneficials of having our online academic work is very useful. And with that is my article speech on online academic work versus traditional work. Thank you, Ms. Professor Bressler. Have a great day.